Hey, what's up, everybody? It is about 4:45. Excuse me. And I thought I'd give you my predictions and basically how I would book, predictions, booking, basically kind of deal on Hell in the Cell this Sunday. Now, a lot of people are pretty much focused on a few things probably happening this Sunday. For example, some pretty much, and I talked about this in a video, are pretty much focused on Dolph Ziggler probably cashing in to become World Heavyweight Champion. Now, that would be cool and everything, and I'm totally behind Dolph becoming World Champion, don't get me wrong. But it's more along the lines of, I think there's going to be a twist. And I'll get to that in a moment when I get to the match. Now, let's take a look at the matches on hand. We have the Intercontinental title match between new champion Kofi Kingston and The Miz. Both had a great classic matchup, classic Intercontinental title match on the main event a couple weeks ago. I thought it was one of the best I've ever seen. But unfortunately, Miz isn't going to be walking out with the championship. The booking and prediction-wise, it's basically the same result. Kofi walks in with the championship. He walks out with the championship. Now, if they put it back on Miz, then that's great. But according to what I understand, they plan to elevate the Miz. They want to get him back to the main event status. Does that mean he'll eventually get the championship back? I don't know. But that means they wanted to get him back into main event status. Now, again, that also could tell you that Kofi will walk out with the championship. Now, tag team title match. The Rhodes Scholars, Cody and Damian, against Team Hell No, Kane and Daniel Bryan. Well, what can I say about Kane and Daniel Bryan? I can say this. They're a great tag team, one of the most entertaining tag teams I've seen in a while. But the question is, are they going to walk out still the tag team champions? I don't know. I would assume yes, prediction-wise, but the booking's kind of 50-50. The booking's kind of 50-50 because when you think about it, they're high on the Rhodes Scholars, but you don't want to derail the momentum you have for your most entertaining and most liked tag team. So it's kind of 50-50. They put it on the Rhodes Scholars. Hey, they book it that way. That gives Team Hell No at least a team to feud with to get the belts back. If they don't, then it's wide open spaces for Team Hell No. So it's kind of 50-50 on the booking. As far as Randy Orton and Del Rio, apparently they want to get Randy Orton back in the title picture. That's the motivation. But how it's done all depends on this matchup. Everybody says we've seen this kind of match before and they shouldn't be doing it again. But this is the way I look at it. If you have something good, don't break it. And if they can deliver a great match this Sunday, then so be it. But booking and prediction-wise, I definitely see Randy Orton going over. I see that. Now, as far as oops. Now, as far as the Divas Championship match. The Divas Championship match. Hold on for a second. Let me put that there. I have to say that, first of all, let me explain something to the PWR guys. 'Cause. 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 ' they're misinformed about one thing. One, it's a three-way diva, it's a triple threat diva match. It's Eve defending not just against Caitlyn, but against Caitlyn, and Layla. Now, the question obviously is, who's going to walk out with the championship? Well, apparently this is all going to lead to obviously the fact being revealed officially that Eve was behind the whole situation with Caitlyn getting attacked and whatnot. That's what it's going to lead towards. That's what it's going to lead towards. Basically, her eventually, officially being revealed as the one that attacked Caitlyn. Now, does that mean I see Caitlyn walking out with the title or Eve? Well, this is the way I look at it. If I was booking it, I would book Caitlyn to go over. So not only does she finally get the Divas Championship, but also it allows her to get her revenge on Eve, and thus by her winning the title, and then Eve probably, let's say in a post-match attack, goes after the leg, it will show that it was indeed Eve that was behind it. Now, that's how I would book it. Prediction-wise, I would like to keep the momentum and the heat, the heel heat on Eve. Because this is the way I look at it prediction-wise. As a fan, you want to see someone like Eve continue to reign as champion so that it makes it even more important for Caitlyn or Layla or even Oksana, if you want to throw her in the mix, to try to derail Eve as the Divas champion. That basically makes it more interesting. Because she retains, you want to see them, you want to see it happen even more so. Now, you want to see Eve lose the title even more so, especially to somebody like, say, a Caitlyn or a Layla or even an Oksana, maybe at Survivor Series. Now, that's prediction-wise. I would like to see Eve retain, so that it makes it more important, like I said, to see her probably drop it the following month. Now, as far as the World Heavyweight Championship goes, this is where it gets interesting. Now, the PWR guys brought up a good solution. They said that they wouldn't be surprised that depending on who wins, that the cage gets lowered, and either you get a brogue kick or a WMD, Dolph come down, when the cell is lowered, cashes in, becomes world champion, which is a good scenario to work with. But knowing WWE, things might be differently. Now, I said in the pit of my stomach, I have this gut feeling that's not going to happen, and that basically what's going to happen is Dolph, if he goes that route to cash in on the world champion, will get a brogue kick, a WMD, as soon as that bell rings, and he'll be the second guy to lose, he'll be the second guy to fail to cash in the Money in the Bank this year. Because like I said before, if you think honestly Ziggler, you think WWE is going to allow Ziggler to be the only guy to succeed when the poster boy John Cena didn't? I don't think that's going to happen, folks. Now, however, there's an interesting scenario, though. If Dolph does cash in, I do believe he'll walk out champion, but not the world champion. Because like I said, if they go in that direction, Dolph's going to be the second guy to fail. Now, as far as who I think will win, well, you got the momentum for the big show going right now, so you want to see maybe that momentum continue. You want to see that momentum continue. And it does put the belt on the big show. But then again, But then again, here's the thing about it. You want to see that momentum continue, but then again, you want to, if you're backing someone like Sheamus and you're trying your hardest to make the guy the next face of your the next baby face of your SmackDown brand, then you want to keep the belt on him. So, prediction-wise, I want to see Big Show walk out with the title. I do. And have Sheamus chase him. Booking-wise, it's 50-50. You want to keep the momentum with Big Show, but you want to keep the belt on Sheamus. So it's kind of 50-50 there. But then we get to the WWE Championship match, which will be in Hell in a Cell. CM Punk and Ryback. Now, a lot of people have questioned this decision, whether or not Ryback was ready or not. Because right now, behind the scenes, from what we understand, they're still discussing how the finish is going to be. I mean, from what I've read, and I'm sure a lot of you have read this, a lot of people, actually, quite a few, if I understand, are in favor of CM Punk retaining the championship and being the first one to put an L in the record column for Ryback. But then again, there are some others, and more importantly, Vince McMahon, that want to put the belt on Ryback, more importantly for the shock value. And that shock value that anything can happen, even on a small pay-per-view. So it's kind of up in the air right now, but here's the way I look at it. Prediction-wise, I want to see CM Punk retain. Honestly, I do. And I don't care how it happens. I want to see him keep the belt. Booking-wise, it's 50-50. Like I say, the booking's up in the air right now. So it's 50-50. But I'd like to see them make the right decision make the right decision happen. That's all I care about, but it's up in the air right now. Now, I said, though, that there was a twist. There could be a twist to this, and here's the twist. Here's the twist, my friends. Neither Ziggler or Ryback could walk out with the championship. Because what happened, let me ask you this, what occurred this past Monday? Who was put in charge after AJ resigned? Exactly. And by using that power, don't you think, storyline-wise, for one moment, Dolph Ziggler and Vicky won't be able to try to create a loophole that will allow Dolph to cash in on the WWE champion? There's your loophole. There's your twist ending. If they really want to go for shock value, they want to keep the momentum and the undefeated streak of Ryback alive, as well as try to show that, hey, CM Punk never really lost the title, if you will, to Ryback, then have Dolph Ziggler found a way to cash in. Well, basically, if you want to keep the undefeatedness of Ryback alive and show that CM Punk can't beat him, then have Dolph Ziggler cash in. Get what I'm saying? That would be a twist. That would be a huge shocker. And that would get people tuning in to Monday Night Raw the next night to see how the fuck this happened. How could it happen when the briefcase that Ziggler had was for the World Heavyweight Championship? There's your answer. There's your shock and your twist. One, and you look at it two ways. It doesn't derail Ryback, and it doesn't push Punk down. You know what I'm saying? But those are my predictions and the way I would probably book it or see it being booked for this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. Tell me what you guys think. Do you agree with those predictions and booking styles? Comment down below, and I will talk to you all later. Video responses are greatly appreciated.